Hey, it's BT with the BT Mugello review. Let's get right to it. Hey, listen, if you ever go to Europe, if you ever want to go to Europe for your first race, I mean, you want to get the Moto GP experience in Europe where they really get into it. No disrespect to Moto America. Man, I love you guys, what they do. But let's just be honest, man, the passion that people have for racing there, you can't beat it in Mugello. Mugello is the place you should go for race. That's my first place, and you always remember your first. Always remember your first. And those people, I mean, the Italians, I said it before, I said it again, nobody sets it off like the Italians. I love my Spain. I hope to retire to Spain one day. I really do. I love Spain that much, but nobody, and I repeat, nobody sets it off like the Italians. When they show up to show out. I mean, and Mugello is just, it's the crown jewel. It's like watching basketball at the Rucker, you know, in New York. Like if you're gonna watch street basketball, you're gonna go to the Rucker, you know. A lot of brothers playing basketball, they're drinking 40s out of a paper bag, you know, a brown paper bag. You go, yeah, this feels right. Or it's like watching golf at, I don't know, a country club that you can't get into, you know. I mean, you gotta watch from the trees. I mean, that's what it's like. I mean, that's the natural environment. It's just beautiful. If you ever get a chance, go to Mugello and watch a race. Let's get right to it. Moto 3, rider of the race goes to Max Keelis. He's a Marc Marquez and Alex Marquez protege. And the kid has got talent. He's in 5th already in the standings, and he didn't get to MotoGP until the 3rd or 4th race of the year, until Coda, because he was too young. So watch for this kid. This kid's got uber talent. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a run at the championship toward the end of the year, at the last 2 races of the year. That's how talented this kid is. Heartbreak goes to Fernandez. Wasn't his fault. He crashed out. Moto 2. Listen, Moto 2. Manuel Gonzalez. What he's doing and the confidence he has. I'm telling you, they're saying all the seats are going to be filled up next year, MotoGP. I can easily see Jack Miller and Miguel Oliveira leaving for, by the way, props to Top Rack, Razgadiadu. I messed up his name. You know what I'm talking about. Top Rack. Top Rack coming over to MotoGP is what we want. You're going to have Mark, Pecco, and Top Rack racing with Fabio. And hopefully Pedro will be on a Ducati or something competitive. Oh, I can't wait for next year. Anyway, watch out for Manuel Gonzalez. Manuel Gonzalez and Aaron Canet, I predict, are going to be in the. It's going to come down to Valencia, I think. And props to the best man wins. But no offense to Aaron Canet, I love the guy. But Manuel Gonzalez is just, I mean, if you're going to get a factory rider, if you're going to get a rider that's going to represent your company, you kind of get with Manuel Gonzalez. No offense to Aaron Canet. I've heard it before, so I'm not saying it's not a unique take on me, but I just think they see the neck tattoos, and I think it's bad for business for him. And I think Manuel Gonzalez is a clean-cut kid. He's got that confident smile, not cocky, just confident smile. Manuel Gonzalez, and what he did testing-wise, he was only a second off of Marc Marquez's time in testing. So I think Manuel Gonzalez is going to get a seat in MotoGP next year. We'll see. Anyway, he's my rider of the race, Moto 2. Heartbreak goes to Philip Salach. He dropped like the Dow Jones. I mean, I thought he was going to get a podium. He gets 12. What? Anyway, MotoGP, hear me out. Rider of the race, MotoGP, Fabio Di Giannantonio. Rider of the race. Rider of the weekend goes to Martin Marquez, and Heartbreak goes to Maverick Vinales, who got booty bumped by Frankie, who's there? Morbidelli. I mean, God, I love Frankie. One of the nicest guys in the paddock. And then he gets called out for, rightfully so, by the way, for cruising on the racing line, and how many tracks? 3 or 4 times? Like he's checking his phone, like, oh shit, sorry about that, man. He gets penalized for that, rightfully so. And then when he did Maverick Vinales, I don't know what he's thinking. And then the long lap penalty where he went out of bounds. You know, he basically he had to do another long lap penalty. I don't know if he's unfocused. I don't know what's going on, Frankie, but it's just weird. I mean, yeah, it's just weird. But anyway, I feel bad for Maverick Vinales. But listen, we said it before, we say it again, and I don't think we realize what we're watching with Marc Marquez. I said it before. When it comes to the mental aspect, and no one will give motorcycle racers the credit. Unfortunately, you got to be in a stick and ball sport to get that automatic respect. But if you compare mentally, just mentally, Marc Marquez is every bit as strong as Michael Jordan. Fight me on it if you think I'm wrong. Mentally, he's just as strong as Michael Jordan for what he went through and where he's at now. And his ability to throw shade at people and keep it going and keep it moving, but still be likable and marketable. Let me tell you something. Without Mark, imagine, remember MotoGP without Mark Marquez the last 3-4 years when he was in and out with injuries and the operations. I mean, it was good when with the Fabio and Fabio and Pecco rivalry. That was good, but it was just missing, like, you know what? It's like tasting soup. Like, okay, it's good, but it needs some paprika, and that's what Mark is. Mark is like the paprika, like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about, and that's what Mark is. He brings that spice, and that's what he is, man. I mean, from his interviews, and they were booing him, and it didn't faze him anymore. He goes to rock. Think about it. They're singing Pecco songs. They're singing Pecco songs. Okay, songs about Pecco. When Pecco passed him, the crowd's like, ah. He goes to enemy territory, and remember in the press conferences, he was like, you know, this is Pecco's track, and but I gotta watch my brother. My brother is more of a threat because he's closest to me. He's closer to me than Pecco. I mean, in a way, he kind of threw shade, and then he backed it up by winning over. Well, I think he beat Pecco by 7 seconds and on the line to the line. What we're watching, you know who said it best? Antonio Montana, when he says, hey, take a look at me. I'm the bad guy, okay? I'm the bad guy. And you better take a good look because you'll never see another bad guy like this again. And he's right. Listen, when Marquez is gone, hopefully that won't be for another 5 years. That's just me hoping. But even if Pecco or Fabio Q is great, Pecco is great. And hopefully Pedro will get a competitive bike. And who knows, but man, what we're watching with Marquez is just unbelievable, man. Savor this shit right now. It's like when your mom, I don't know about you guys, but my mom would make like, when we go get pizza on a Friday night, we'd savor that shit because we don't know when we're going to get pizza again. That was a luxury back when I grew up as a country boy in Oklahoma. Get pizza on a Friday night, and that's what Marquez, it's like pizza on a Friday night. Savor that shit because I don't know what's going to happen. And you know, people say this championship is sewn up. It's motorcycle racing. Marcus already, I mean, I think his arm still bothers him. But he won't mention it because I say that's his mental. He won't mention it. But it's motorcycle racing. A crash of training or whatever, you never know. But it's also give props to Alex Marquez. And listen, people say, and Pecco said it, and they brought it up in the press conference, and when they go, and when Pecco says, hey, you know, Alex doesn't race Mark as hard as he races the rest of us. And Mark said it best. He goes, they boo me and they boo my brother. He goes, don't boo my brother just because he has the same surname as me. I mean, he didn't do nothing to y'all, which I think is funny. I mean, now Mark is laughing at him. I mean, he said now it's like 50-50, 50% boo instead of like, you know, 100%. So he laughs at it now. He's at this stage now, the best rider on the best bike. Kyle Crutchlow said the best. He goes, it's a wrap. I mean, like I said, I don't want to speak too soon. Like I said, you can always have a crash, a training crash, whatever. But if everything goes the way it's going, this shit's a wrap. And thing about it is, with his brother, with Alex does race him, but Alex said he's best. He's faster than me. Why am I gonna make a bonehead move? My name ain't Darren Bender. I ain't gonna make a bonehead move when I know I'm not gonna pass him. That'd be stupid. But you know what? It's gonna take. You gotta wonder how much is eating at Alex that, you know, everything is Mark, you know. You gotta wonder if maybe, you know, he's with his girlfriend, and you know how girls are. And I know Deb is probably gonna give me shit for this, but you know how women are. You know, you know what? I mean, you're just as good as your brother. I mean, your bike is a year older, and you're still like, it's second in the championship. I mean, you're just as good as your brother. Fuck him. You're good. I mean, you really are. And Alex was like, well, that's my brother. He goes, no, you're just as good as him. You are, Alex. Get some balls and fucking do it. And you go, yeah. And who knows? Maybe they go on vacation during the summer break. Maybe they'll get in an argument. Maybe Mark will leave the toilet seat up. Who knows what's going to happen? And they can have a little fight. And then Alex does a mark on Mark. And Mark goes, oh, that's what we doing, little bro? And he goes, yeah, that's what we doing, big bro. You never know, man. I mean, listen, I don't know if you guys follow hockey, right? Ice hockey. There's these brothers called the Primo brothers. It was Keith Primo, and I forget his brother's name. But they actually fought. They were on different teams, two brothers. They dropped the gloves, and they fought each other. And they're blood brothers, not step brothers, not like, hey, we adopted him. They were brothers, and they fought. They don't talk about it. They really don't. They don't talk about it when they go to Thanksgiving or whatever they do. But they don't talk about it. They actually fought. And maybe that's what it's going to take, where Mark and Alex get into an argument. Maybe they're driving, and you never know. Like I said, they both got girlfriends. Maybe their girlfriends don't get along. And so, you know how that goes. If your girlfriends don't get along, then maybe you two ain't going to get along. You never know, but maybe that's what's going to take that, because it's almost, he's got the Jan Brady syndrome. Like, everywhere I go, it's Mark, Mark, Mark. It's like going out with somebody, a chick you think is hot, and you go, and she goes, yeah, but everybody thinks my sister hotter. You go, who's your sister? Beyonce. Oh, she is. Alex Marquez is Beyonce's sister. I mean, that's what he is. I mean, it's like, no matter how fine you are, she's finer, and she's got more money than you. She's fine, and she's a billionaire. And that's what he's dealing with. And for the rest, and do I feel sorry for Pecco? Listen, Pecco's a 3-time world champion. If you count everything up with Moto 2, do I feel sorry for him? It's hard to watch him. I mean, Pecco's such a gentleman. I mean, Pedro Acosta said it best when he was racing him. He said he tried to take him wide, wherever he goes, he's such a gentleman, his racing style. Remember, he said he would never do stuff like, I think Davide wanted him to be more aggressive, and he goes, I will never be that kind of rider. Okay, man, but I mean, it's hard to watch him, and he does the best job he can, and he's talented. But hey, man, Mark makes you go. Remember what he did to Dovi? Dovi retired from MotoGP like his. Lorenzo was his teammate. What did Lorenzo do toward the end of the year? In a dark room. Like, Jorge, you okay? That's what Mark does. He wears you down till you just go, you know, I think I'm gonna retire. But you're 27. I'm gonna retire. That's what Mark does. Listen, what needs to be done, I found it weird that Valentino Rossi is a brand ambassador for Yamaha, but yet still he's with Ducati. I said it before, I said it again. I think something's got to change. If anything, Pramac should still be with Ducati, and VR46 should be with Yamaha. But that's just me. Listen, I think Top Rack with Yamaha next year is going to be great. I think Manuel Gonzalez is going to be great for Moto 2. I hope he goes to Moto GP. Like I said, man, I don't know what the hell is up with Frankie. Something else is going on, because he just seems a little unfocused. Like, nobody's consistent enough to race with Mark. DG's great, but he's not consistent enough. Nobody's consistent enough to beat Mark right now. Like I said, hopefully nothing happens to Mark, no training crashes. But for his brother to beat him, yeah, they're gonna have to have like I said, a fight at home, and you know, we'll see. And their girlfriends don't get along. But anyway, any questions I have for you guys or to ask me, I give this GP, the overall racing, I give the GP a B+, I think. I give it a B+, because Moto 3 was great. The Red Bull Rookies Cup was great. Moto 2 was the battle between Aaron Canet and Diego Marrero. Man, watch some Moto 2 battles. It was great. And again, the first four laps of Moto GP was great. I think they're not quite F1 levels, which sucks because everybody's talking about F1 this, F1 that, and no one in F1 has personalities like Moto GP. Mark is the greatest ambassador for the sport. He's Max Verstappen, but with a likable personality. Anyway, that's my take. I went way too long, but I watched it and I was just marveled. Like I said, I don't think we're taking Mark for granted, and better savor this, because man, you know, you just never know. Anyway, that's my take on the races this week. Ask me any question or whatever, any criticism at all, what I'm missing here. I hope next year, I really hope Pedro goes to Ducati. And Frankie, I hope he fixes his Eddie Haskell act, because nice off the track, but I don't know what he's doing on the track. And it'd be great to see Maverick, and props to Fabio Q. Man, he popped his shoulder back in, went to the hospital, and then still came back and did the damn thing. Props to Fabio. I know he was in a lot of pain. Anyway, that's it. I went way too long, but hey, man, great racing. Love Mugello. If you get a chance to go to it. Anyway, that's it. Until then, you know the word. Peace.